The following is an exclusive sports presentation of the RVA Sports Network. And fans, we greet you on this beautiful Tuesday night on the campus of L.C. Byrd High School at Chuck Tester Gymnasium here in Chester as we get set for top 10 girls basketball action tonight. It'll be the number 4 homestanding L.C. Byrd Skyhawks at 2-0 on the season. It is their home opener for the 17-18 season, and they welcome in number 1 Monacan, also coming in at 2-0 on the season. And this is the beginning of a 3-game road trip for the Chiefs this week. More action on the road on Thursday and more action on the road on Friday. Welcome in. Rob Witham along with you live here on the RVA Sports Network as we begin season number 5 of live high school basketball action here online on the RVA Sports Network. Got our first final just in tonight, and that belongs to number 2 Cosby. In our girls' top 10, they have defeated George Wythe tonight. 92-10 was the final score there. Thank you, Tammy Burns, for that update on Twitter. And of course, we'll have continual tweet updates on our game of the week here between the Chiefs and Skyhawks coming up on Chesterfield Sports on Twitter. That's at the letter C, Field Sports. A little bonus coverage for you because our JV matchup between the Skyhawks and Chiefs just going into quarter number 4 with the Chiefs ahead 33-26. They've been ahead most of the evening, and they've spread their lead out a little bit here late in the third. And we are now just underway, 4th quarter. And Monacan will have the basketball with a 7-point lead. Ahead of us after this one is done, about 20 minutes after this one is complete, varsity should be the first of 2 this year between these 2 Dominion District rivals, and easily the biggest test yet for either one, as, of course, both teams began the year in our top 5 in our RVA Sports Network Girls Top 10 poll. Monacan, 3-time defending Class 4 state champions, but, of course, so many losses to graduation, beginning, of course, with Megan Walker, now playing at the University of Connecticut. Norman down at CNU. You've got we got Jaden Morris at Ryder currently. You've got just a ton of Monacan players who graduated and moved on to the collegiate level. That's the first 3 that came to our mind. Tonight they're going to play without the services of Abby Oguich. She is hurt. She is on crutches but walking with a walking boot, so hopefully Abby will not be out much longer and they'll be able to get her back. Monacan has 2 games later this week, we mentioned, and then they'll have a break, and then they will play over the holiday break, as most teams will. They'll play in between the week of Christmas and New Year's. For L.C. Byrd under head coach Chevette Waller, it's a 2-0 start with wins over Manchester and Midlothian. They welcome James River into the Chuck Tester Gymnasium. That should be a good one as well. James River is ranked in our top 10. They suffered a couple of tough losses last week, but 2 top 10 teams. Mills Godwin won the opener with James River, and Mills Godwin, with a win over Hanover as well, vaulted into our top 10 this week at 9. River did number 1 Monacan very well before falling by 5, 51-46 was the final excuse me, in that game. So 2-0 Monacan, 2-0 LC Bird. And again, that's about 20 minutes after our JV game here wraps up. We're a minute into the fourth period with Monacan up by 5. It's been a frantic game here from the opening tip. Tons of turnovers, lots of held balls, including a turnover right there by Monacan as LC Bird will get the basketball back down by 5. Monacan, let's see, LC Bird's in the bonus. And the Skyhawks have only committed 4 fouls here in the second half, so Monacan will have to hope they get a couple of more fouls on the board before they can get into the 1-and-1 situation. Bird with a couple of shots. They get a rebound inside. Shots partially blocked. Monacan comes up with it, almost loses it across court, and now a pass down to midcourt stolen by the Skyhawks. Frenetic play, and it's been that way all throughout this game, as we mentioned, from the opening tap. Shot by the Skyhawks miss. They go down to the floor, and we'll have a held ball in the possession. We'll go to the Chiefs, again up 5, 33-28, 6:17 to go here in JV basketball action. Of course, we talked about how Monacan lost so much to graduation last year. Well, LC Bird lost some to graduation as well. They are a very guard-heavy team, a team that advanced to the 5A state quarterfinal level last year down at Hampton University, as you'll recall. Before level, as did the Atlee Raiders, Highland Springs was able to make it all the way to the what was then called the 5A state championship game before they fell to Princess Anne. That's another team that lost quite a bit to graduation and has a lot of youth in, and that is number 3, Highland Springs. We had a chance to talk with Coach Franklin Harris at the football game back on Saturday, and it was good to talk to him and kind of get his perspective. They had had their first game of the year earlier that day at the Princess Anne Classic down to Virginia Beach. They beat Deep Creek. 69-42 was the final score. Coach Harris looked at me and said, we mentioned this on the Central Region Now podcast that was dropped yesterday evening, that he looked on the floor at one point and saw 5 freshmen on the floor, and he kind of had that moment where he thought to himself, be still my beating heart. You know, there's going to be a lot of growing pains with these springers this year, but I suspect they're going to be and a whole lot better than good when we get to postseason time in February. Of course, no more conferences, as you know, so regular season in basketball will go likely a few days further, and then we'll get into region play in the second half of February. Region tournament, top 2 teams from each region advance to the state tournament. There'll be 8 teams in each state tournament, classes 1 through 6, with state quarterfinals in early March, state semifinals and championships the second week in March, with, of course, the state championships again this year down at the Siegel Center. So 5 minutes left in regulation here in the JV girls game. And Monacan has held the lead throughout the evening, and they continue to hold it. 35-30 the score as the Skyhawks put on some full court pressure and get a steal. But slipping and falling, Skyhawk player, and I wish I had JV Rosters fans, but I don't, unfortunately. She stole the ball from behind at the free throw line, then slipped and fell, and of course that's a travel. And so Monacan will catch a break and get the ball underneath their own basket with 4:55 to go. AV game that is going on right now. 3-point try, Monacan in and out, no good. Rebound, Chiefs put it up, no good. Rebound finally comes out to Monacan. That one's no good. Another rebound and then a foul called inside on the Skyhawks trying to block, and that's going to be team foul number 6. It's going to put Monacan to the line for 2 in the act of shooting, and then the next foul they commit will put Monacan in the bonus. As we mentioned a moment ago, the Skyhawks have been in the bonus for a while. 4:43 to go, 35-30. Here in JV action, our varsity showdown, number 1 Monacan, number 4 LC Bird, still to come. Head coach Larry Starr at Monacan and head coach Chevette Waller of the Skyhawks. It will be a plethora of high school basketball games live here on the Game of the Week on the RVA Sports Network with our football complete and out of the way. Volleyball season now complete and champions crowned. We turn our attention to winter sports. We already have a ton of basketball scheduled here in the month of December. Our holiday Feast of Hoops returns. Right now we've got 12 games on our schedule between December 20th and December 29th. List of our Game of the Week schedule. You just have to look at the right-hand side of the page at rvasportsnetwork.com. That's rvasportsnetwork.com. Archer strong to the hole from the right side and gets 2 for the Skyhawks. Cuts the lead down to 3 here. Shot Monacan out of bounds. Last touch, though, by the Skyhawks. Monacan with the ball underneath. 35-32 in the JV action. It's underway down in downtown Richmond. The night that's been anticipated ever since Shaka Smart announced he was leaving VCU for Texas. Part of the contract that let him out of his VCU contract was to make sure Texas came to play VCU at the Siegel Center. Well, tonight, that promise is made good. And a 10-0 Texas run gets them up early, 12-2 at the first media timeout. And we thank our friends at VCU Sports on Twitter. That's at VCU Sports for updates tonight from Siegel. We're going to get a timeout called by LC Bird. They had cut the game to 1. Monacan responded with a quick 2 points. And the Skyhawks have the basketball down 3. 3:38 to go as the Skyhawks will call a full timeout. With 3:38 remaining in our JV game, it's 37-34. We'll take a quick timeout, fans. When we come back, we'll continue our pregame show. It'll be an expanded pregame as we await the end of the JV game, and then we can get ourselves ready for top 10 varsity action. Number 4 LC Bird hosting number 1 Monacan. Both teams at 2-0, so hang out with us tonight. Yeah, VCU games on ESPN2. You can turn that on, turn the sound down. Cold basketball, high school hoops, Monacan and Bird still to come here on our Game of the Week. More still to come here, coming up after this break on the RVA Sports Network.
Sheehy Ford of Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head-over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1. Just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Masterwood and West Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call them today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey, Wood and West.
Expanded pregame show here on the Game of the Week as the JV girls basketball game still has 3:26 to go. So we'll be back in a moment with an update on that. And our varsity showdown, number 1 Monacan, number 4 LC Bird, still to come here on RBASN. Back with you live courtside at Chuck Tester Gymnasium on the campus of L.C. Byrd High School. Rob Witham along with you on the RVA Sports Network. Our expanded pregame show tonight, due to the fact that our JV girls basketball game still has 2:32 to go in regulation, and Monacan with a chance here to complete a traditional three-point play and get their lead back up to 6 points. And Jada Norman is able to hit the free throw to complete the three-point play. 42-36 Chiefs, 2:32 to go, and both teams now are in the bonus the rest of the way. 20 minutes after this one is complete, we'll be ready for the starting lineups between 2-0 number one Monacan, and 2-0 number 4 L.C. Byrd. Crowd continuing to file in, and a nice crowd here tonight behind us, and now starting to fill in across the way. We are on the opposite end at midcourt from the scorer's table, with the table all our own. I want to thank Activities Director David Bedwell and everybody here at L.C. Byrd High School. They always make us feel so welcome. Appreciate their help and assistance, and here tonight to bring you the 5th season premiere of the RVA Sports Network High School Basketball Game of the Week. Again, we've got 12 broadcasts, 12 games scheduled during our holiday feast of hoops as of now, and we may schedule more before the break begins in a week and a half. So make sure you bookmark RVASportsNetwork.com, not just to go there for the latest news and scores and sports information, but also to keep up with our Game of the Week broadcast schedule, which is always on the right-hand side of the page. RVASportsNetwork.com. Going to be at the Lady Cavs Holiday Classic at Caroline High School for the first time, coming up on the 20th. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow. And will be for the 5th consecutive year at the Henrico Holiday Hoops Tournament on both December 27th for the first round. That's a quadruple header on that Wednesday. And then we'll be back on that Friday for all 4 games on Twitter, and we will broadcast third place game and the championship game from Henrico Holiday Hoops on RVA Sports Network on the 29th of December. And the day in between that, on the 28th, we'll be over in Mechanicsville, back live with the Southerner Classic, and it's another quadruple header. We will have 4 games that day, both the girls and boys third place games and the girls and boys championship games. That's on the 28th of December. And we are going to be working, we hope, here, once we finally have football put to bed on Saturday night. We will be looking to get things going in our January and February schedules for high school basketball. And as we make those agreements and get permission from the various activities directors here in the area, we'll, of course, add them to our broadcast list. And the easiest way to make sure you never miss a game of the week is to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/RVA Sports Network. Go there, click subscribe. We promise we will not spam you. We will not send you unnecessary material. We don't do that. We only send you emails if either A, we post a new video on our YouTube channel, or B, we go live with a Game of the Week broadcast here on the RVA Sports Network. So make sure you click the subscribe button, youtube.com/RVA Sports Network, and never miss another RVA Sports Network Game of the Week. Basketball in full swing now through February, and then we'll get back outside and the subsequent months for baseball, softball, and more. 43-36 continues to be our score here in the JV contest with 1:37 to go in the game. Skyhawks are headed to the line, though. I believe this is a 2-shot foul. Give them a chance to cut the lead down to 5 with no time off the clock. First free throw is good. 43-37 is the score. In case you're wondering, you were watching Monday Night Football last night, you saw that hit taken by Ryan Shazier of Pittsburgh, and he continues to be at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. The reports that are coming out of the center from the doctors this afternoon are positive, but it's cautious optimism as they report that he has some feeling in his lower extremities. However, the next 24 to 48 hours are going to be critical to how well and hopefully fully Ryan will be able to recover as the basketball gets tipped out of bounds here at our broadcast table. With 1:34 to go, and the Skyhawks down 6, the Chiefs with the basketball. And a steal by L.C. Bird. So our prayers and our thoughts to Ryan and, of course, his family and to everyone in the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, because that's one of the hardest things to do in sports, to see a teammate go down with what looks to be a serious injury and then have to pick up and continue your playing. That is a very hard thing to do. Back here to the action, the JV matchup. Monacan's got the ball, 1:18 and counting with a 6-point lead. Coming just over the timeline and trying to run some more clock off. And we'll see how long L.C. Bird waits until they foul. The next foul for either team will be the double bonus. And down 6, they're going to have to foul soon with now 1 minute left here in the JV game. L.C. Bird 37. Shot in the lane, no good. Got her own rebound. Finds the Chief open, but she's not able to handle the basketball underneath right side. The ball goes out of bounds to the Skyhawks, and they have a chance with a three-pointer to make it a one-possession deficit. 51.5 left. Skyhawks need to hurry. Down by 6. Walking across the timeline. Ball tipped from behind. Skyhawks get it. Get into the lane. Shot up and good. Left side. And that makes it 43-39 with a half minute to go. They're going to have to foul. There's a double team and your foul. With 26.2 remaining, that'll put Monacan in the double bonus here in JV basketball action. Now, we mentioned a few minutes ago, Texas had that 10-0 run to take a 12-2 lead. Things have calmed down a bit at the Siegel Center. They go to a new timeout. Yeah, and it's 18-11. The Longhorns lead now down to 7. A little over 8 minutes in tonight at Siegel. Chiefs missed their first free throw. And there will be one more. And that one is up and good to extend the Chiefs' lead to 5, 44-39. Pass to midcourt. Good. Quickly down court. Jumper by Bird. Back of the iron, no good. Rebound inside, off the glass for 2. 15 seconds to go, and there's a tie-up on the inbounds pass. Held ball possession to L.C. Bird, and with 15 seconds left in regulation, a tray. The game up. You can hear the fans behind us getting into this one. Final seconds of regulation. Down the lane, shot up, good. 5 seconds to go. Monacan's got to get the ball in bounds. It's going to go out of bounds to L.C. Bird with 2.6 to go, down 1. And the Skyhawks are going to call timeout to set up a play to possibly win this game. Holy cow. Well, fans, we mentioned the tip right here courtside, and Monacan has led the entire game. I believe, if memory serves me correctly, this would be, if L.C. Bird could get a bucket here in the final 2-6 and win this, it would be a steal in the sense that they haven't led yet tonight. So it would be the only time L.C. Bird takes the lead is either in the final 2.6 or as the buzzer sounds. Precursor of just how much fun we're about to have with the varsity game. Still to come here on the RBA Sports Network. Monacan comes out of the timeout. Again, this is the JV game running long. 44-43 Chiefs, but the Skyhawks with the basketball on the turnover. They will inbound it right here beside our broadcast position, so about 32 feet from the hoop. So they don't have a lot of time. They gotta try to run somebody off of a pick. hope they get open and they can get a good look at the basket. So they got to be ready here. Monacan, the last thing they want to do is foul. Here we go. 2.6 left. They get the pass in. The shot is up. Rebound up. And no good. They got 2 tries at it in the final 2.6. And Monacan survives. 44-43, the final score. Wow. What a crazy JV game that was. And again, we hope a precursor of fun times to come here on our Game of the Week, which will begin momentarily. Here come the Monacan Chiefs, ranked number 1 in our preseason RVA Sports Network top 10 girls basketball poll, and they have stayed there in week number 2. Second poll came out a day late. Apologize for that, fans, on Monday. Normally our polls come out on Sundays, and they'll be back in the regular Sunday schedule this coming week. For those of you who maybe did not see the posts that we put up on RVASportsNetwork.com on Sunday night, it's been a trying last few weeks in Witham Nation as we have dealt with my daughter getting pneumonia. And then last week, a week ago tomorrow, coming down with the virus that turned out to be pneumonia. We are grateful for the vaccines that we have taken each of the last 2 years. And we are grateful for hand sanitizer. Oh, man. So Ellie Rose, our puppy, is on nurse duty tonight. My wife, thankfully, and thanks to everybody who has either tweeted to me or messaged me. Star came up, talked to me here tonight when we first got here, asking about our family. We appreciate your thoughts and your prayers and your good words. We think the worst is behind us now for my wife. And, of course, if you've ever had pneumonia, you know it takes quite a while to recover from it. My daughter's had it a month, and there's still signs of it in one of her lungs based on the chest x-ray we had on Sunday. So she's back taking final exams at Longwood University tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. And then we get her home for 5 weeks so she can make some Christmas money and hopefully finish this recovery process and finish getting my wife better too and make sure that I stay away from all that. So we got too much coming up, fans. Way too. I don't have time. We've got 12 broadcasts on our Holiday Feast of Hoops coming up during the winter break between December 20th and 29th. And there may be more. So, yeah, we definitely not interested in having anything like that. Plus, on top of that, we are now, T-minus 49 days away, 7 weeks from today. We are expected to have what I am terming the fourth coming. I am a junior. My son, the third. His wife is expecting a little boy. And they are going to name it after my dad, his granddad, and will be the baby's late great-grandfather. And so Robert Edward Witham IV is on the way. And we'll be very excited about that blessed arrival. Due date January 23rd. So if we don't have anything scheduled on our Game of the Week that particular week, 2 things. Number 1, there are a lot of exams that week. So I know for sure Hanover and Henrico teams won't be playing that week. And we want to make sure we can get to the hospital when that time arrives. Basketball coverage after the first of the year. And again, once we get through football, this Saturday, we will start working on and announcing some of our Game of the Week January and February basketball broadcasts here on the RVA Sports Network. We've for the last several years, we've brought you action from the Stat VA Girls Basketball Classic. Tremendous event that's been held at Highland Springs for the last several years. It has moved to a new locale. It's going to be at Churchland High School this year down in Portsmouth. So unfortunately, we won't be able to bring you Stat VA coverage in 2018, but we are working on the possibility of replacing that with some pretty doggone good action in January. So you hang tight and keep looking at the broadcast schedule at RVASportsNetwork.com on the right-hand side of the page. And, of course, when we add broadcasts, we announce them all on Twitter as well, across our Twitter network. Wherever you are on Twitter. In Chesterfield, we are at Seafield Sports. We are at Henrico Sports. In Hanover County at Hanover Sports. Hyper-local coverage only the RVA Sports Network provides. And if you're in the city, in the Tri-Cities, surrounding counties, private schools, or you want to catch up on other sports news in the RVA from U of R and VCU, the Kickers, NASCAR, and more, the RVA Sports Net. That's at the RVA Sports Net. Texas has strengthened their lead a bit on VCU at the under-8 media timeout. Now 7:50 to the break. And it is 29-18 Longhorns leading the Rams in the return of Shaka Smart to the Siegel Center. So with the game's on ESPN2, you're welcome to turn that on, turn the sound down, and be with us tonight. Number 1 Monacan, number 4 LC Bird coming up in now under 15 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. We will come back and continue our expanded pregame show by talking about this Saturday's football championships and our coverage live on social media. We'll talk all about that coming up in just a few moments here as our extended pregame for the game of the week rolls on from Chuck Tester Gymnasium in Chester on the RVA Sports Network. We're back in a moment.
Sheehy Ford of Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head-over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1 just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Wood & West Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call them today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey Wood & West.
All right, fans, welcome back in. We are live at Chuck Tester Gymnasium on the campus of L.C. Byrd High School. About 10 minutes away from the national anthem and starting lineups for number 4 L.C. Byrd and number 1 Monacan here on the 5th season premiere of the RBA Sports Network High School Basketball Game of the Week. To basketball, let's look ahead to Saturday, and we'll put the finishing touches on the final Saturday, final week, T17 football season. We have 3 teams in the RBA Sports Network coverage area going for state championships on Saturday, 2 from the 804 and 1 540. We'll start with the 540 team. That, of course, the Lions of Louisa. What an incredible story and what an incredible season it has been for head coach Mark Fisher and his Lions. Coach Fisher has battled cancer on multiple occasions. He fights it to this day. I hope you saw the profile that Mark Davis, our friend at NBC 12, had last week on Coach heading into the state semifinal. What he has had to do and endure through this season just to make sure he's there for practices and games is nothing short of a miracle. Between treatments, dialysis, whatnot, most normal human beings, they would do them and they would spend the rest of their time at home convalescing, but not Coach Fisher. He's at practice, he's working them hard, and he's got them at 14-0. And on Saturday, Lord willing, they're going to be down at Zabel Stadium at William and Mary, and their biggest test will be in the state final when they take on the defending state champion, Spartans of Salem High School from Salem, Virginia, the team that beat Dinwiddie last year, a team that Dinwiddie knocked off in the regular season back in September. But the Spartans have improved much since then, and they will provide Louisa a stern test. Louisa looking for their first football state championship in the history of the high school. That game has a 5:30 kickoff time at the College of William and Mary, and we will be live at Staples Stadium down Saturday evening. For coverage of that one on Twitter at the RBA Sportsnet, that again at the RBA Sportsnet. We will also have coverage earlier in the day of the Class 3 state championship. The Hopewell Blue Devils, after losing 3 straight to end the regular season and drop to the 4th seed in Region 3A, they come to life in the postseason. They beat Southampton handily. They knock off number 1 ranked and previously unbeaten Phoebus in the semis of the region. They win the region championship against York on the road, and then they get a state semifinal victory over James Monroe last Saturday, 48-14. It will be Hopewell taking on Heritage of Lynchburg for the Class 3 state championship. That game will tip just after 12 noon on Saturday, also at the College of William and Mary. And we'll have Twitter updates here on the RBA Sportsnet on Twitter. That's at the RBA Sportsnet. Highland Springs fans, the place you want to be on Saturday on Twitter is at Henrico Sports, as for the 3rd year in a row, live tweet coverage of the Springers going for a state championship. They won it all in 2015 at Scott Stadium at UVA against Stonebridge, running away. They had a rematch with Stonebridge a year ago at Hampton University, and a last-minute touchdown pass saved the day in a come-from-behind win for the Springers to win the state title at 14-1. They want to do what they did 2 years ago, and that is lose their opener to Hermitage and then go on to a 14-game winning streak, which included a playoff win over Hermitage, and then win the state championship on the 2nd Saturday in December. To do it, they're going to have to take on Tuscarora, the Huskies from Leesburg, the team that eliminated Stonebridge from championship contention. Game 2 weeks ago, 28-27, and then a last-second field goal for Tuscarora sent them past Stafford 2017 in the state semis a week ago to set up the Huskies and the Springers on Saturday. Kickoff just after 12 noon at Hampton University. Game at Hampton on Saturday. Tickets are $10. Parking, I believe, is $5, and there is parking near the stadium If you want to know where the parking is available, you just go to the VHSL website to their football page, and they've got a couple of PDF parking maps available for both Hampton University and the College of William and Mary. We will begin our Twitter coverage of at Henrico Sports of the Class 5 state championship at just about 11:30 Saturday morning. And again, the kick just after 12 noon. All of the state championship games can be watched online through the VHSL's website. There is a cost involved in that, but if you don't feel like traveling and paying for the tickets, it is a cost-effective way to watch the game on your laptop or your mobile device. And for Highland Springs fans, my buddy Gary Hess and, of course, Gary Criswell will be on the call. They're going to be on 96.1 FM. That's 96.1 The Planet. On Saturday, 11:30 will be their airtime, and they'll have the state title, Highland Springs, Tuscarora, at 12 noon. But we'll be there as well on Twitter. Both, obviously, score updates and video highlights throughout the game. We cannot, due to VHSL regulations, periscope any part of the game whatsoever or Facebook Live it. We can go Facebook Live pregame and hopefully postgame with a Springer State Championship celebration like we did last year. So Springer fans right now, if you have not liked our Facebook page, facebook.com/Henrico Sports, you need to do that now so you can get all of our video pregame and postgame coverage on Facebook Live this Saturday from Hampton University. So an extremely busy Saturday for the RVA Sports Network, and we look forward to bringing you coverage of the Springers, the Lions, and the Blue Devils as they go for state titles. And again, that'll put a wrap on our 2017 football season, our 16th season of radio coverage. And big thanks to all the athletic directors, all the coaches, and everyone that has made that trip possible again this season. And then we'll turn our attention fully to all the winter sports. Is underway, swimming underway, gymnastics underway, indoor track underway as well, and of course, basketball. In front of us right now, under 4 minutes to go until we get starting lineups for Monacan and LC Bird. Skyhawks again ranked number 4 in our latest RBA Sports Network Top 10 Girls Basketball poll. Monacan opened the year at the number 1 position. They are still number 1. Monacan entering 2-0 with wins on opening week against Hermitage and against number 10, James River. That was a good one. 51-46 the final. Monacan getting the win over the Rapids, who will be a factor in Class 6 this season, along with Cosby, number 2 in our poll, who got a big 92-10 win with earlier tonight. So the second-ranked Titans stay unbeaten. Number 5, Trinity Episcopal gets a win tonight. They stay unbeaten. Congratulations to junior Alania Chapman. She became the Titans' all-time leading girls basketball scorer in that victory earlier tonight. Quick update from the Coliseum. It is 32-25 Texas. Just under 4 to go to the break. Rams cut the Longhorn lead back down to 7 points. And looks like the number 1 ranked Trinity Episcopal Titan boys are going to get a win on the road tonight over Virginia Episcopal. They were down at the half. They led after 3, and with seconds left, they are up by 7 at last check, and we should get a final on that, and we just have 77-70 is the final in that one. So, number 1 ranked Trinity Episcopal gets the win. And they improve, if memory serves me correctly, to 4-2 on the season. Number 2, Verina, finally gets their season started tonight. They are in Ashland to take on. That is game 1 for the second-ranked Blue Devils of Verina. And in case you've been waiting and wondering, our friends over at the Times-Dispatch finally released the brackets and schedule for the Times-Dispatch Invitational Tournament earlier today. We retweeted their tweet so that you can go on any of our Twitter feeds. Just search our timeline, and you can look at the schedule and see the 8 boys and 8 girls teams that comprise the TDIT lineup for 2017. And, of course, we'll have Twitter coverage of Championship Tuesday on the 19th of December down at the Richmond Coliseum. Starting lineups are just a moment away. We'll be back with number 1 Monacan and number 4 LC Bird right after this, live on the RVA Sports Network.
Sheehy Ford of Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head-over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1 just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Wood and West Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call them today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey Wood and West.
Back with you live at Chuck Tester Gymnasium on the campus of LC Bird High School. Here come your starting lineups. First, for the Monacan Chiefs, number 3, Jordan Hodges. Number 4, Lena Lee. Sophomore, number 11, Kyra Winston. Again, Abby Oguich injured and not available tonight. Number 21, Asia Alexander in the lineup. One of the seniors. And Lindsay Estes will round out the starting 5 for head coach Larry Starr. Hodges, Lee, Winston, Alexander, and Estes. And now here comes the starting lineup for number 4, LC Bird.
Number 2, Shaw.
Kaya Shaw is a junior. She starts at 1 guard, and this will be a very guard-heavy lineup. And here comes Kiel Shaw, a junior, number 3, also in the starting lineup.
Number 12, Jaden Smiley.
Jaden Watkins, a junior, starting tonight for the Skyhawks, as well as co-captain Jayla Henderson, who we saw some action from, of course, last season. And the other co-captain, it is Mya Coleman, the other captain of the Skyhawks, she too a junior. Youth on both sides, even though these teams are among the top 5 teams in our poll. Number 1, Monacan. Number 4, LC Bird. Coach Larry Starr for the Chiefs, Coach Chevette Waller for the Skyhawks, and we are ready. And we appreciate your patience tonight, fans. JV has to have their opportunity. That game, it was, we talked about how frenetic the pace of that game was. It made it longer because there were a lot of held balls. There were quite a bit of quite a bit of fouling going on, but held ball, possession arrow situations, and things like that really extended that game, and that's why we are about 35 minutes behind in bringing you the tip. But we are ready for the game of the week. Skyhawks and Chiefs ready. Coleman and Estes at center court. And the tip is controlled by Monacan. And we are underway here on the game of the week. Hodges at the point, into the corner for Lee. Back to Hodges' right side, up top to Winston. Winston whips it around to Estes. Over to Lee in the corner for 3, rims in and out, no good. Henderson with the rebound for the Skyhawks. Get it at Watkins. Watkins works the point. Shaw. Kaya gets it back to her. Over around to Kiel Shaw. Back up to the top. Watkins will reset. 35 into the first quarter. No score. First possession, LC Bird. Watkins, right side. Shot partially blocked. Fight for it, Coleman, as she goes down. She'll get the ball into Watkins, who will go up and get fouled. And Jaden Watkins to the line. And Aja Alexander will get called for the first foul of the evening. And Watkins will get 2 free throws. First shot is up and good. And Skyhawks on the board first here tonight at 1-0. One more coming, 46 seconds into our game of the week. Watkins bounces twice. Shot up, back iron, no. Fight for the rebound. Monacan gets it. Then it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Coleman from behind. Full court press. It's broken. It's Lee. Bounce pass inside. Winston falls, loses it. Fight for it. And we're going to get a 3-second violation. Winston on the floor trying to find somebody to pass it to and could not. Turnover, 1-0. Skyhawks lead and have the basketball. Henderson up top. Coleman right side. She'll work it back up to the top of the key. Right side to Watkins. Fakes to Henderson. Punches it to Shaw. Out to Henderson for 3. That one off the mark. Estes with the rebound. Going inside, spinning, putting it up and in is Jordan Hodges. First 2 of the night for the Chiefs at 2-1. 2-1 the score, 6:10 to go first quarter. Coleman left side, works it over top to Henderson. Bounce pass to Watkins right side. She'll drive, put it up, and travel. And the turnover goes to Monacan, as the Skyhawks will put that pressure on the 5-guard lineup. Full court press. Lee will get it over, then lose it, and it's touched by Coleman just before it goes out of bounds. Otherwise, could have been a turnover to the Skyhawks. They've gone to the half at Siegel Center. And it's Texas 40 and Texas 40 and VCU 32. Here, 2-1 Monacan. 5:48 and counting first quarter. Winston bounce pass for Alexander, tipped away by Henderson, and then we're going to get a reach in, and I believe that's going to be 2 on Alexander. So 2 fouls on Alexander. Remember, Abby Oguich not available tonight. Sydney Clayton will check in. Alexander will have to go to the bench with the 2 fouls at 5:43 to go here in quarter number 1. Watkins across the timeline for the Skyhawks. Bounce pass to Henderson. She's open for 3. It's too strong. Rebound comes out, and we get a pushing foul on Mya Coleman. She's got the basketball, started to go up court. Coleman wishes she had that one back. Basketball inbounds, 2-1 Monacan with the ball and the lead. Both teams just trying to kind of settle things down here at the beginning of the game. Hodges' pass is going to be intercepted by Watkins. She'll drive coast to coast for 2. Jaden has all 3 LC Bird points, 3-2 the score. Estes breaks the point. Not handled, right side, loose ball. Coleman comes up with it. Skyhawks 4 on 3 if they can hurry. Henderson fakes a 3, kicks it out to Shaw. They'll reset. Henderson, free, up, back iron, no. Estes, rebound, Monacan. When's he going to get double teamed? Gets it out. Hodges for 3, top of the key, back iron, no. Long rebound to Watkins, 3-on-1 now for Bird. Watkins bounce pass to Coleman, stolen. Hodges anticipates it left side. Jordan with it now. Pass it to the corner. Estes open for 3. It's good. Lindsay Estes for three, and it's 5-3 Monacan as we approach the midway point of the first quarter. Chiefs up by 2. Coleman right side, steps back, 3 ball. No good. Rebound, last touch by who? It went off the foot of Clayton, out of bounds by Monacan. Bird will have it in underneath their own basket, down by 2. Asia Alexander, early foul trouble for Monacan, on the bench with 2 personals. Bounce pass kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Skyhawks as Henderson tries to find Coleman in the lane. 5-3, 4:08 left first quarter. Watkins quickly to Henderson, right side, 1 dribble into the corner. Watkins there, 1 dribble, cross-court pass, Coleman cutting. Estes there, shot goes all the way around the rim and out. Coleman fights for the board and gets it, and then we'll get a foul. A reach-in inside before she went up for the put-up, for the put-back attempt. Clayton will be called for the foul. That's her first and the team's third. And Nicole Davis will check in for the first time tonight, a 6'3 sophomore for Monacan. Watkins is going to go into the lane and travel. The inbounds pass went straight to her, top of the key. She tried to split some defenders and called for steps. Clayton also going to travel. Full court pressure works by the Skyhawks as Sydney shuffles before she tries to break 2 defenders backcourt. Skyhawks get it right back. Coleman flips it to Watkins. Watkins loses it temporarily, keeps the dribble alive, however. Pass to Coleman left side. Corner, Henderson. She'll travel. Lots of shuffling going on here with 3:37 to go, quarter number 1. 5-3 Monacan on top of LC Bird. Clayton gets it to Davis. Davis all alone down the lane. Shot blocked by Coleman, out of bounds. Nation Wilson into the game for Monacan. She had a shot and an easy basket, but great job by Coleman to get back and block it out of bounds. It'll stay with Monacan underneath. They go for Davis inside. Puts it up, no. Got her own rebound. Fighting for it. And a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to LC Bird. When Davis gets some varsity experience and becomes more polished, she could become a force for these Monacan Chiefs. Davis will check out and Estes will check back in. Watkins across court to Henderson. Henderson into the corner, and Shaw will travel with the basketball. Wow. I mean, I know it's early in the season, but heaven's sakes. Pass stolen by Henderson. She'll stop, put up the jumper. It is in and out, no good. Good rebound by Watkins. Jaden will bring it out left side. Now she'll stop, put it up on the baseline. Shot no. Wilson with the rebound. 2:50 in the quarter, 5-3 Monacan. Hodges works it left side to Wilson. Nation for 3. A long 3, back iron, no. Rebound, Juanita James into the game for LC Bird. Gets it to Watkins, who goes down the lane and will get a jump ball. Possession arrow to Monacan. This game beginning to take on the frenetic feel that the JV contest did. Estes, Hodges, Clayton, Lee, and Winston. 5 on the floor for Monacan as we get a foul in the backcourt. And it's going to be Watkins with a push in the backcourt. That's her first and the team's second. Chiefs bring it up across the timeline. Hodges at the top, guarded by Shaw. Gets it to Winston, into the corner for Lee. 1 bounce up top to Estes, 2 dribbles, back up to Hodges. She'll rework the top of the circle. 2:10 to go first quarter. Lee is open for 3, and that's good. Nice rotation offensively. They get Lee open in the corner, and she drains a tray. That's the difference so far tonight. Coleman for three. That one back iron, no. Long rebound to Henderson in the right corner. Finds a cutting Shaw. Nothing there. Back to Henderson for three. Back iron, no. Fight for the rebound. Monacan gets it. Clayton. Pass. Knocked out of bounds by Watkins right behind us. You got to be very, very, very attentive. Courtside at Chuck Tester Gymnasium. Monacan gets the basketball up 8-3 with 1:44 to go here in quarter number one. Inbounded to Hodges. She'll walk it across the timeline for the number one ranked Chiefs. Side. She'll work it up top, and we'll get a reach-in foul on Kiel Shaw. The team's third. So both teams have 3 fouls now. Only foul trouble, Asia Alexander with 2 early fouls for Monacan. She has not been in the game for the last 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Chiefs up 8-3 with the basketball. Clayton into the corner for Lee. She's open for 3 again. She'll hit it. Back-to-back trays for Lena Lee. It's 11-3 Monacan. 1:15 left first quarter. Chief Faithful right behind us here, courtside. You hear him behind us. Bounce pass to Coleman. Turnaround jumper in the lane is good, and Mya gets her first 2 of the night. 11-5 with a minute to go first quarter. Hodges up top, looks inside. Got Clayton open, and it's good. Beautiful assist by Hodges to Clayton. And it's 13-5. Number one Monacan. Final minute, first quarter. Three-pointer long one is no good by Coleman. Rebound to the Chiefs. Working down court quickly. Lee left side puts it up. No, but a foul. And Lena will go to the line. Foul will be on Jayla Henderson, her first and the 4th team foul on the Skyhawks. Lena Lee with a hot hand from the right corner. Freeze, and now first free throw is no good. Second free throw is up, and that one's good. 5, Monacan. Final minute, first quarter. Under 30 to go now, first quarter. Up top, Watkins. Bounce pass. Coleman open, left side. 3-ball up. Good. Mya Coleman for 3. 14-8, Monacan. Pass in the backcourt. Knocked out of bounds by Watkins. And Monacan will reset. Hodges will return. Want to get her to, you want your point guard in here. Final possession of the quarter, 13 to go. And a 6-point lead. Under 7 now. See if Hodges goes one-on-one here. She'll try, get around Shaw, turn around, throw it up. No good, but she'll get the foul. And that's on Kiel Shaw, and that's her second. So she'll become the first Skyhawk with 2 personal fouls. And Hodges is able to just kind of tell everybody to get out of the way, and I'll either get the shot or I'll draw the foul. And she will go to the line for 2. Up and good. Hodges with 3 points, and it's 15-8. She'll get 1 more. 0.6 of a second left in opening quarter action. Second free throw is up and good. 0.6 of a second to try to get a miracle off here, and Watkins throws it, and it's short. And we're through 1 tonight here on the Game of the Week. Number 1, Monacan, 16, for LC Bird, 8. I want to welcome Dylan Iser and Rhonda Williams as new subscribers to our RVA Sports Network YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. That's how you never miss a Game of the Week live broadcast. You subscribe at youtube.com/RVA Sports Network. We don't spam you. We don't constantly harass you. We'll send you email alerts when we do 2 things. Number 1, put a new video up on our YouTube channel. Or number 2, go live with another Game of the Week broadcast like we are here tonight. Next Game of the Week broadcast scheduled to be 2 weeks from tomorrow, December 20th. We're live at the 2017 Lady Cavs Holiday Classic at Caroline High School. That's a 4-team girls tournament that involves Hanover, Caroline, Powhatan, and John Marshall. We'll have the third place game at 5, championship game immediately after. That's on December 20th for our 2017 Holiday Feast of Hoops on the RBA Sports Network. You can listen all winter break long to high school basketball at its best. Our broadcast schedule always at the right-hand side of RBA Sports Network.com. Rob Witham along with you in Chuck Tester Gymnasium on the campus of LC Bird. Skyhawks will get the basketball to start quarter number 2. Watkins will get it to Shaw and give it back to Jaden, and we're underway. Skyhawks with the ball down 8, working right to left across your mobile device, your phone, or maybe your laptop this evening. Coleman for 3 baseline, no. And they're going to get James on a foul, reaching over the back, trying to get the offensive rebound. So the next foul against LC Bird will put Monacan into the bonus. Lee across the timeline, bounce pass to Hodges up top. Picks up the dribble, needs help. Estes is there. Right back to Hodges. Shaw with 2 fouls on her, working on the point guard. Corner, Lee, this time left side, shot, no good. Rebound, Watkins for the Skyhawks. Trying to get down court quickly, and we'll get a reach-in foul on Winston. First, and that'll be 4 team fouls on Monacan. So 6 on the Skyhawks, 4 on the Chiefs. Kaya Shaw will check in for Kiel, who has 2 fouls. And James will inbound it to Watkins. Monacan 16, LC Bird 8, 40 seconds into the second quarter. Watkins top of the key, long 3, back iron no, fight for the rebound, won by Sydney Clayton. Pass to Hodges, lost it at midcourt, fight for it there, jump ball, possession arrow to Monacan. Inbounded to Hodges, she'll walk it across the timeline. Kaya Shaw now guarding her. Pass inside, Estes almost stolen, then stripped away by Coleman, and we'll get a foul on Estes. Reaching in after the steal. And that's team foul number 5, Estes with 1 personal, and she'll come out. Nicole Davis will check back in. Again, VCU down to Texas 40-32 at intermission at the Siegel Center. Here's 16-8 Skyhawks. Henderson for 3. No good. Coleman in with the rebound. Put it up, no. Davis will fight for the rebound. Jump ball. Nice job by Coleman to get positioning on that and make the held ball situation happen. And the basketball stays with LC Bird underneath. James looks up top. Pass stolen briefly and then knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Lena Lee. Skyhawks will bring it inbounds just to the left of our broadcast position. Into Watkins. Jaden, bounce pass. Coleman, long 2-pointer is no good. Rebound, Clayton. Pass, Hodges from Davis. Jordan with a 2-on-1. Works the lane, spins, nothing there. Gets it to Lee, baseline for 2. Jordan Hodges never gave up on that play. Lee the recipient, and it's 18-8. A 10-point lead for number 1 Monacan. Watkins bounce pass to Henderson. She'll work down the lane and draw a foul. 2 shots are coming. That foul will be on Lena Lee. That's her first. And now both teams with 16 fouls. And the next foul for either will put them in the bonus. 6:06 to the half. First free throw is good. And Jayla Henderson on the board with her first points of the night. Coleman with 5. Watkins with 3 in the first quarter. The 8 for number 4 LC Bird. Henderson with a chance to make it 18-10, and she will. It's an 8-point lead. Full court press again. We'll bring it up. Now long cross court pass to Davis down the lane. Put it up too strong. Rebound. Shot up and no good. And tapped out of bounds, last touched by Jaden Watkins. Winston got the offensive board, was practically all alone, and was just a little too strong on the putback attempt. Inbounded to Lee. She'll put up a long 3. Back iron, no good. Davis positioning for the board. Last touch by Coleman. Settling inside. You could tell Davis is the more raw athletic figure, and Coleman is the more experienced. Three-pointer on in the air from Hodges is no. Long rebound, fought for, then taken by Clayton, and then stripped by Shaw. Left side. She'll back it out wisely. Gets help. Henderson will travel. Oh, my. Kiel Shaw will check back in with 2 personal fouls for LC Bird. 18-10, 5:30 to the break. Pressure broken. Hodges across the timeline for the Chiefs. Coach Starr calls out the play. The new generation of Monacan it is. Clayton into the corner for Lee. Bounce pass into Davis. She'll put it up no. And the rebound by Coleman. Mya working it down the right side. Kicks it out. 3-ball. Watkins. No good. Rebound Clayton. Double teamed and a foul. And that might be 2 on Mya Coleman. That's the second personal on Mya Coleman. That's a big one with 5:04 to go here in quarter number 2. It's the 7th team foul. Monacan will be in the bonus. We get a timeout. 4 left in the half as Mya Coleman picks up her second foul. 18-10 is your lead here live on the game of the week. 2 fouls, Asia Alexander. 2 fouls now, Mya Coleman and Kiel Shaw for LC Bird in an 8-point hole. Second half at Siegel now underway as we're 12 after 8 on this Tuesday night. Rob with them along with you live on the RVA Sports Network, our 5th season premiere of the Game of the Week high school basketball here live. Online on our YouTube channel. Free throw is up, no good. Rebound by Watkins. 1-and-1 opportunity by the board. Watkins coast to coast, no. Jordan working left side, gets double teamed. Ball picked up, and now jump ball on the floor. Ball stays with the Chiefs. Winston tried to help her out. Both Shaws collapsed on her. And Monacan with the basketball. We'll have some scores for you fans from elsewhere on our halftime report coming up shortly. Lee to Hodges right of the circle, up top to Clayton. Looks left side, nothing. Second pass inside, shot up and good for Estes. And Lindsay has 5 points. 20-10, the lead back to 10. Good anticipation there offensively by the Chiefs in the lane. Watkins is going to drive the lane and draw a foul. And that's on Kyra Winston, her second. So now 2 fouls for her as well as Alexander. Two fouls Winston, 2 fouls Alexander, and Winston will come out of the game. And we'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. First shot good. And Watkins has 4 tonight. Second shot coming. Try to cut it back down to 8. It's good. 20-12 at 4:14 left in the half. Hodges with the ball. Bounce pass to Clayton left side. Back to Hodges. Thought about a 3. Shaw on her. Cross court. That's Lee. Hodges back top of the circle. She'll work it right side. 3:50 to go in the half. Kiel Shaw got to be careful with those 2 personal fouls guarding the point guard. And a good one at that. Up top, Clayton whips it around to Hodges, who's going to almost lose the ball in front of the Bird bench. Gets it back, keeps the dribble going. Pass inside, shot blocked. And a jump ball, possession arrow to the Skyhawks. Jaden Watkins with a phenomenal defensive play. Inside. And she'll turn around and bring it back up here for guard-heavy LC Bird. They're not very tall, fans, but boy, they're fast, they're shifty, and if they can be hot outside, they're dangerous. Henderson long three is no good. Sometimes it feels like they're settling for threes. Briefly gets the pass to Lee, bounce pass over to Clayton. Right side, and Sydney has it in for two. 22-12, the lead at 10 now. Again, that's as big as it's been all night. Steal. Nation Wilson gets it from behind at midcourt. Bounce pass in, looking for Hodges. Can't get it. Scrum for the ball. Jump ball. Favors Monacan. Bounce underneath their own basket. 10-point game. 22-12 as Wilson will check out. And Shanice Lewis will get her first action of the night for the Chiefs. And also coming in, Jasmine James, her first appearance for the Skyhawks tonight, number 32. Got it inbounds to a cutting Estes. And on the left side, Lindsay puts it in for two. And it's 24-12. Biggest lead for Monacan tonight at 12 points. Watkins across the timeline. Lewis will work on her. Watkins down the lane. Puts it up. Too strong. Long rebound. And Watkins gets it left side. Wants to work the point and is able to get the foul on Lewis. As Watkins thought about pulling it out and then decided to try to go baseline, and Lewis ran right into her. So it's 8 team fouls now on Monacan, and Watkins will go to the line to shoot the 1 and 1. .229 to go. Watkins' first shot is up and rims out. No good. Missed opportunity on the 1 and 1 for both teams in this first half. Whip it in the corner. 3-ball up. No good. Long rebound to Coleman. Down court to Watkins. Up, in, and a foul. Nation Wilson with the foul. The basket to Watkins. The assist for Coleman. And Watkins will have a chance to complete the traditional three-point play with 2:16 to go in the half. Jaden's 2 dribbles, 2 more dribbles, put it up. That's short. Rebound to Estes. 24-14. Monacan leads still double digits at 10, and we get a foul. And if that's on Coleman, that's her third. Oh, my. That's huge. Mya Coleman commits her third foul, and 2 of them have been, one was backcourt and one was 30 feet from the basket. And Mya is going to have to go to the bench. We'll get Juanita James back into the game, and I don't think we'll see Coleman again until the second half. Throw is up and good, and Jordan Hodges will get another with 2:10 to go with the break. She's got 5, next 3 throws up and good. She has 6 points tonight. 26-14, number 1 Monacan. Watkins across the top line. Over to Shaw. Kaya puts it up, and it hits the top of the backboard, and that is ruled out of bounds. And the ball goes over to Monacan. Again, I feel like the Skyhawks have settled for a lot of shots here tonight. And that could be it could be early season, still trying to get to know each other, still trying to find that chemistry, that rhythm. And it could also be the Monacan defense doing some disrupting. Monacan having their own share of issues with that as well. We're going to get a 5-second call. Hodges couldn't get away from Kaya Shaw. And Shaw with some nice defense there to force the turnover with 1:45 to go. Before halftime, it's 26-14 Monacan. Skyhawks would love to get this under 10. Henderson left side. Pass almost stolen. Shaw with it into the corner. Henderson open for 3. In and out, no good. They can't buy a 3-point basket tonight. Hodges will work it up, get it to Lee. Lee, long three-pointer. Back iron, no. James with the rebound. Stolen from behind, but they're going to say Estes got some body as well. That's 2 fouls on Lindsay Estes. Free throws coming for Bird. Jasmine James will check out. Both Shaws, Watkins, Henderson, and Juanita James in the game for Bird, and James to the line to shoot 2, as Monacan now is committed 10, so Bird in the double bonus. First shot is no good. One more coming, down 12. They need to hit some free throws here to work on this deficit. That second one, back iron, no, and Davis will get the rebound for Monacan. 26-14, down court. Nation Wilson hangs in the lane and puts it in. Great assist that play. Cross-court pass, Kaya Shaw. Baseline jumper, no. Rebound, James puts it up. Gets the rebound. Using her 6'3" frame. Gets it to Hodges, quickly double team. She gets around that, gets it across the timeline. Pass back to Hodges at the free throw line. Backs it out at 40 to go in the half. Pass inside, knocked away by James. Here comes Watkins. She'll spin in the lane, put it up. Fight for the board, jump ball. Possession arrow stays with LC Bird. (28-14), final 30 seconds of the first half. 3 ball for Watkins is good. Just the second made 3 tonight for the Skyhawks. 28-17, final 20 of the half. Wilson right of the circle. Looks for a cutting Nicole Davis. She'll put up one in the lane, too strong. Rebound Shaw. 9 to go. 8, 7, 6. She gets around Davis. Shaw lays it up. Draws the foul. That'll be 2 on Sydney Clayton. And Kiel Shaw, having to be very careful with 2 fouls of her own, goes to the line to shoot 2 to try to get this thing under double digits with 4.5 left in the half. It's 28-17, and 2 shots coming. Kiel's first free throw attempt, back iron, no good. And this has just been a matter of not being able to connect on your shots. 3 range and at the line. It's the deficit they do right now. Shaw will try it again. Second free throw is up, and that one is good. So it's a 10-point game. Final 4 seconds. Ball tapped out of bounds on the inbounds. It'll stay with Monacan. They got to go the length of the floor with 3.4 to go. 28-18 Monacan. They get it to Davis. She'll get to midcourt and travel with 1/10 of a second to go. So the ball will go inbounds here in front of our table because the travel was committed at midcourt. But at 1/10 of a second, I don't think there's even any opportunity for anybody to get a shot off. They'll have to throw it toward the basket, and somebody will just, all they can do is tap it. It's impossible to get a shot off after possessing the ball. And have we seen that before with Monacan? We go back to March's state championship thriller, where Kings Fork looked like they had won the championship, but they didn't have enough time to stop and shoot, and that's how they got that basket that was waved off. And that's it. We go to the half. It's a 10-point game. And our score, number 1, Monacan, 28, and number 4, LC Bird, 18. When we come back, fans, we'll get you caught up on some scores going on in other games tonight at the high school level. We'll talk about state championship football Saturday coming up. And we'll also look ahead at our holiday feast of hoops. That's all still to come on the halftime report, which is coming up after this quick break as you're listening live to the game of the week, Monacan and LC Bird, here on the RVA Sports Network. Halftime score, it's Monacan 28 and LC Bird 18. Back right after this.
Sheehy Ford of Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head-over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1 just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Wood and West Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey Wood and West.
All right, fans, we come back to you live here courtside at Chuck Tester Gymnasium on the campus of LC Bird High School. 28-18 is our score. Number one, Monacan, 28-18. And again, the first half, the story of the first half is the Skyhawks cold shooting both from beyond the arc and at the line. They have struggled at the free throw line. They've missed multiple opportunities there. And they were only able to make 2 of, I believe, either 9 or 10 three-point tries here in the first quarter. 9 points for Jaden Watkins to lead LC Bird. Check that, 10 points for her. 9 for Lena Lee, including 2 threes, back-to-back threes that kind of helped build the Monacan lead late stages first quarter to lead the Chiefs. 6 for Jordan Hodges and 7 for Lindsay Estes. It has gone final. James River and Manchester tonight, and we'll send this tweet out live on Chesterfield Sports on Twitter, as the Rapids girls basketball team has defeated Manchester. The score there tonight, 60-23. So number 10, James River, a winner tonight. Number 2, Cosby with a big win tonight. And over George Wythe, and so the Titans stay unbeaten. We have a top 10 boys basketball score. They've just hit the half up in Ashland. And number 2, Verina, only with a 5-point lead on the Patriots. 4-point lead, 25-21. Thanks to our friends at Patriot Talk Live for that update. No, check that, 25-24. Patriots get a late 3. And opening night for number 2, Verina, a struggle up in Ashland. Want to say thank you to Nicholas Ritchie. Just subscribe to our RVA Sports Network YouTube channel while enjoying tonight's broadcast. Thanks for being with us. And again, to never miss another game of the week all year long on all the different high school sports that we cover live here on our YouTube channel, just subscribe at youtube.com/RVA Sports Network. That's youtube.com/RVA Sports Network. You'll only get email alerts when we post new videos to our YouTube channel or when we go live on our game of the week. Number 1, Trinity Episcopal, a winner tonight by 7. Jason Wade with 29 points as they knock off Virginia Episcopal 77-70. Number 5, Trinity Episcopal girls get a win tonight. And in that win tonight, Elena Chapman becomes the all-time leading scorer in Trinity Episcopal girls basketball history. And she's only a junior. Congratulations to her. Texas beginning now to pull away on VCU as they hit the under-12 media timeout. And it is a 17-point game. Texas 57 and VCU 40 with the return of Shaka Smart to the Siegel Center tonight. And our Cameron Taylor updating us from Mechanicsville tonight. It is Lee Davis 20, Mills Godwin 18 at intermission in boys basketball action. Our buddy Michael Pappas also getting us hooked up online with Rivalry Night over in the West End. Halftime boys action. It's Douglas Freeman 20 and Glen Allen 11 in a defensive struggle tonight between the Jags and the Rebels. Well, Saturday fans, we put a wrap on another year of high school football with 3 teams from the RBA Sports Network coverage area going for state championships. Our coverage schedule is like this. We'll begin live tweet coverage from Hampton University of the Class 5 state championship between Highland Springs and Tuscarora just after 11:30 Saturday morning. We'll be there live on the field before the game and after the game, and live at the game with scores, video updates, and much more on Twitter, the place to be, Henrico Sports. For the 3rd year in a row, Henrico Sports, your Twitter source for Highland Springs State Championship Saturday. Huskies of Tuscarora. They kick off just after 12 noon at Hampton University, and we'll be there, and you can count on us on Henrico Sports on Twitter for all the action. At the same time up in Williamsburg, Hopewell kicks off in the Class 3 championship against Heritage of Lynchburg. After 11:30 on the RBA Sportsnet on Twitter. That's at the RBA Sportsnet. Now, the RBA Sportsnet will be constantly retweeting Henrico Sports coverage of Highland Springs. So if you're checking out Hopewell and you don't want to do double feeds, and I understand that, don't you worry. One of the things that we do, the reason you're like, why do you have so many different Twitters? Well, we believe in hyper-local coverage. So that if you only want to follow your favorite school, you can follow them on one of our Suburban Network feeds, and you don't have to worry about everybody else. But if you want to follow a lot of stuff, we have a lot of fans who follow the RBA Sportsnet, and they follow Hanover Sports, and they follow Henrico Sports, and they follow Chesterfield Sports. So they can keep up with everything going on in the area, but they can also get hyperlocal coverage of their school or their favorite team. So that's how that works. So Henrico Sports, the place for Highland Springs, but we'll be constantly retweeting updates on the RBA Sportsnet while we bring you coverage in the Class 3 final. And then we'll wrap it all up in Williamsburg at 5:30 Saturday evening. The RBA Sportsnet, your Twitter home for the Class 4 state championship. 14-0 Louisa goes for the perfect season and the state title against defending state champions Salem. Coverage on the RBA Sportsnet at 5:30 Saturday, and that will wrap up our 2017 high school football coverage. That's coming up Saturday. Henrico Sports, your home for Highland Springs, and the RBA Sportsnet will keep you posted on Highland Springs, plus have you coverage of Hopewell and Louisa from Zabel Stadium at William and Mary. Holiday Feast of Hoops gets underway 2 weeks from tomorrow night. Live here on the network, we'll be at the 3rd place and championship games of the Lady Cavs Holiday Classic at Caroline High School. Hanover, Caroline, Powhatan, John Marshall, your 4 teams. They played their first-round games the night before. We'll be there on the 20th at 5 p.m. Eastern for the 3rd place and the championship game. And then the week between Christmas and New Year's, we're going to bring you no less than 10 games in a wild 3-day period. December 27th, that's 3 weeks from tomorrow. First-round quadruple header from Henrico Holiday Hoops begins at 2:30 Eastern Time. And then the next day, Thursday the 28th, we'll bring you 3rd place and championship boys and girls games from the Southerner Classic at Lee Davis High. And then we're back to Henrico on the Friday the 29th for the 3rd place and championship games at Henrico Holiday Hoops. That's all on our YouTube channel. Our broadcast schedule always on the right-hand side of the page at rvasportsnetwork.com. That's rvasportsnetwork.com. They've gone to the 4th quarter at Powhatan, and the Indians with a 19-point lead on Hanover, 62-43. There. So Powhatan up. Verina up just 1 at the half at Patrick Henry. And here it's 28-18. Number 1 Monacan leads at number 4 LC Bird as we get set to start the second half. Sheets will work right to left across your mobile device or your laptop. And they'll inbound it to start the second half. Hodges with the ball, and we're underway. Estes up top, stolen immediately by Henderson. Shayla working it up the lane, put it up, good. And Henderson scores quickly, and we get a foul quickly on a double team coming up court. It's on Kaya Shaw. That's her first. The team's first. Kiel Shaw has 2 fouls. Mya Coleman working with 3. 2 fouls for Monacan, as well as Winston, Estes, and Alexander, who's back into the game. Gets the ball top of the key, kicks it out. Hodges for 3, and it's good. And Jordan Hodges now has 9 points to tie Lee for the lead for Monacan, 31-20. Defense by the Chiefs. Watkins figuring it out up top. Bounce pass to Coleman into the corner for Shaw. Back up top, Coleman, 1 dribble. Cross-court pass. Watkins will rework it up top. Shaw with it. Right side, Henderson for 3. That's good. Jayla Henderson with 5 very quick points in the first 1:02 of the quarter. Estes up top, Winston, the shot, no. Rebound, Alexander. Put it off the glass for 2. Alexander on the board, her first of the night. 23, Shaw, quick shot, too strong. Rebound, Winston, bringing it up court. Bounce pass is too strong. Intended for Hodges' right side, but she put it way too much in front of her, and it goes out of bounds to Bird. 90 into the third quarter, a 10-point game, 33-23. Skyhawks down 10 here at home. It's their home opener tonight. Both teams come in at 2-0. Henderson left side, back up top to Watkins. Bounce pass to Jayla for 3. Good. And Henderson has 8 points in the first 2 minutes. Timeout, Monacan. And Jayla Henderson on fire to start the second half. 8 points in 1 minute and 52 seconds. And the lead is down to 7 at 33-26. Henderson had 2 points in the first half, both at the charity stripe. Double figures with 10 of LC Bird's 26 and all 8 of their third quarter points so far here in quarter number 3. They're through 3 tonight in Mechanicsville, and our Cameron Taylor reports Godwin gets a lead on Lee Davis now, 33-28 in boys action with a quarter to go. And final just in from girls basketball, Matoaka knocks off Petersburg tonight, 65-32 the final there. Out of the Monacan timeout, Hodges across the timeline, 6 to go in the third. The lead down to 7. It's been as big as 11. And we're going to get a foul, a blocking foul on Jaden Watkins. That's her second and the team's second. And Monacan inbounds it up 7. Hodges up top to Lee. Over to Estes left side. Hodges, Lee, right corner. She'll get double team. Finds an open Hodges. Jumper back iron, no. Henderson with the honors. They're down 7, 5:30 to go in the third. Coleman for 3. Good. Coleman's got 8, and the lead is down to 4. 33-29. As cold as they were first half, they're on fire in the second. Hodges loses it. Shaw, bounce pass down court to Watkins. Is able to hang on, put it up, no strong. Rebound Coleman, no. And we get a pushing foul. Is that going to be on Monacan afterwards, or it's going to be on Bird? It's going to be on 21, Alexander, and that's her third. It was a wild sequence, and it looked like the Chiefs were coming out with it, and then Alexander gets called for her third personal. Watkins gets the inbound, puts it up too strong. Rebound Shaw blocked by Alexander. She'll kick it out to Lee. Lee will back it up, back court, and come across the timeline, pass to Hodges right side. Hodges with the ball. 4:50 to go in the third. Draws a double team, gets it to Clayton. She's double team, bounce pass inside. Alexander double team. She'll drive into the lane, off the glass for two. Nice patience for Alexander considering she's got 3 fouls. 9. Skyhawks down just 6. Coleman will put up another 3 right side and hit it. Whoa! It's a 1-possession game, and we'll get a foul on the inbounds pass. That one's going to be on Kiel Shaw, and now she has 3 personals. Coleman with 3, Kiel Shaw with 3. Alexander on the other side with 3 for Monacan, who will inbound the ball and have to come up the length of the court with just a 3-point lead. (35-32). Estes will check back into the game here for the Chiefs, who've got to withstand this big punch thrown early third quarter by the home team. Number 4, LC Bird, has it down to 3. Watkins almost stole the ball. Hodges gets it back. Now she'll go after Lee, almost loses the ball. They're going to get a backcourt violation here soon, and Coach Starr's got to burn a timeout to save the possession. It'll be a 30-second timeout for Monacan, and what defensive play by LC Bird in the backcourt. Just continual hounding. And they had to call time in the backcourt to save the possession. They had crossed the court, then it got tipped backcourt. And then you restart the 10, and it was almost up. The week, it's a doubleheader. 2 weeks from tomorrow night, Lady Cavs Holiday Classic from Caroline High School. Looking forward to being there for basketball for the first time ever. We'll begin at 5 o'clock Eastern here on RVA Sports Network. Out of the timeout, Hodges will bring it across the timeline. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. The lead, once 11, now 3. Winston looking inside. She'll drive and get a foul. And it's going to be on Kiel Shaw, and that's her 4th. And she will have to come out of the game. Juanita James will check back in. That gives Skyhawks a little bit of size to go with Coleman in the game, but Mya's got to be careful with 3 personal fouls. 3-point game, Monacan ball. Hodges goes up and draws the foul. She'll go to the line. They'll post that foul on Henderson. That is 5 fouls on the Skyhawks. Monacan trying to be aggressive and also try to get the Skyhawks in the bonus as soon as possible. First free throw for Hodges is good. 36-32. She's got 10 now. And second shot, no. Long rebound, right corner to Coleman. 4-point game, 36-32, 3:45 in the third. Coleman, right side, goes around Estes, will stop, look for the bounce pass, nobody there, puts it up, no good, puts up her own rebound and draws the foul. Mya Coleman, quick to the basket. She knew it wasn't going to make it. And she immediately went, not only got her own rebound, but draws the 3rd personal foul on Estes, and Mya to the free throw line. She can cut it to 2. Spins the ball, first shot up and good. First free throw good for Mya Coleman tonight. She's got 12. And Monacan's lead now back to 3 again. It hasn't been 2 for a very long time. If she makes it, it will be. Second shot up. No good. Long rebound comes out to Watkins for LC Bird across court to Henderson. It bounces off of her foot. Battle for the ball at midcourt. And the Skyhawks will pick it up. Almost walking is James. She gets it back to Watkins and they'll reset. Might have got away with a travel there. 3:20 to go in the third. Watkins will drive down the lane. Finger roll, good. It's a 1-point game. Timeout. 32nd timeout called by the Skyhawks.
There's second timeout or 30-second timeout.
The finger roll is good. And the deficit is just one. 36-35, 3:11 to go here in the third. As an 11-point lead for number one Monacan, 10 at the half, and as many as 11 is down to 1. Has Watkins on her, into the corner for Winston, picks up the dribble, gets it to Nation Wilson, she'll drive, put it up off the glass, and it's good. Sometimes you're better to be lucky than good, and that's exactly what that play was. She had no right to make that shot, and she did. 38-35 Monacan, 2:50 to go in the third. Watkins gets the screen, loses the ball. Hodges can go coast to coast. Put it up, no good. Fight for the ball, jump ball between Wilson and Coleman. Possession arrow favors the Skyhawks. Ball ties this game. 2:37 in the third. Winston trying to steal it from behind on Watkins. Jaden hangs on and resets. 2:30 in the third. 38-35 Chiefs. Work left side, kick it up top. Coleman looking around to Shaw. Kaya dribbles into the lane. Bounce pass Henderson. She'll work the lane, put it up, and draw the foul. And it may be number 4 on Alexander, and it is.
Personal fouls on number 21.
4 fouls on Asia Alexander. And they're going to get Estes, who has 3, right back into the game. This is where Monica's missing Abby Oguich, the senior leadership of Abby, out due to injury this season. Henderson can make it a 1-point game if she hits both free throws. First shot, no good. Henderson scored 8 points in less than 2 minutes to start this third quarter. And the Skyhawks, once down 11, are down 3, and they can make it 2 if she can salvage this one. The free throw is up and good. 11 for Jayla Henderson, 38-36 Monacan, 2:10 in the third. Bounce pass to Hodges, puts it up, draws the foul on Henderson. That's her third. And foul trouble is going to begin to become an issue as we go down the stretch. Next foul on the Skyhawks will put Monacan in the bonus the rest of the way. Hodges' free throw attempt is good. She'll get another. That's a foul of the act of shooting, so it was a 2-shot foul. 39-36, 2:08 in the third. Second shot is short. Rebound tapped by Estes, but it's going to be over the back, and that's 4 on Lindsay. Oh my. 4 on Alexander, 4 on Estes. And Coach Starr quickly trying to get Nicole Davis into the game to get Estes out. Davis is in. She has no points but no fouls. She's going to have to put in some time down low late with this foul trouble inside for Monacan. 3-point deficit, Skyhawks ball, under 2 in the third. Coleman up top right side to Shaw. Kaya. We get a foul, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Going to be on Juanita James. That is her second. Monacan ball up 3. To Davis, and the pass a little too strong. It was, though, last touch by Coleman, trying to steal it. Clayton, and she'll be called for the travel. She went up for it and came back down because Coleman, or check that, James was there to try to block her. Watkins with the ball. Bird can tie it with a tray, and it's Henderson in the corner. Good! Jayla Henderson has 12 in the third, and we're tied at 39. A minute 20 to go. Monacan down the baseline. Wilson will draw the foul. And that's on Henderson, and that's her fourth. Fouls are piling up for both sides.
At the line, Nation Wilson.
Wilson to the free throw line. First one is good. And that'll retake the lead for Monacan at 40-39 with a minute 18 to go in the third quarter. Up, and we get a lane violation. Going to be against Nicole Davis, and so no second shot for Monacan. It's a 1-point game with a minute 15 left, third quarter. LC Bird has never led tonight. They could if they hit a shot here. Watkins up top, 2-3 zone by Monacan. Coleman will try to break it for three. It's an air ball, and it'll go out of bounds, last touched by Diamond Gaskins into the game. Under a minute to go. Davis will work. Put it up. No good with the turnaround. Rebound, Skyhawks. Watkins right side. Could have shot it. Decided not to. She'll work it down the lane and travel. And travel. Final in, boys basketball region 4B, Powhatan with a win tonight over Hanover, 89-67. For that update tonight. Final 30 of the third here. Winston up top, tries to get it to Davis, stolen by James. Davis will reach in and foul her from behind, trying to steal it right back. And that's the fifth foul on Monacan as a team. One on Davis. Skyhawks will inbound it across the way at the scorer's table with 25.1 to go here in the third. Again, just down one. Monacan on the 2-3 zone, which they have eaten alive with hot three-point shooting. As cold as they were first half in the second, fans. Final 10 seconds of the third. Skyhawks could take the lead. Gaskins left side up top to Watkins. To Coleman into the corner. Shaw, they got to hurry up and put it up. And we're going to get a foul at the buzzer on Nation Wilson. That's her second, and it's going to be two free throws coming for Kaya Shaw. Talk about bailing out your opponent. Shaw had no hope to find a basket. And now she gets two free throws and can take the lead. First shot, good. We're tied at 40. Second shot, good. The lead to LC Bird in an amazing third quarter. It is 41-40. Take the lead. And they outscored the Chiefs 23-12. So number one, once up 11, down one with a quarter to go as we greet those of you joining us. I know you're watching right now as VCU just took the lead at Siegel Center in an amazing run on Texas. Watch the VCU game while you listen to our game. Two comebacks in the offing. Rob with them along with you. It was a 10-point Monacan lead at halftime. And then the Skyhawks got red hot. Jayla Henderson scores 12 in the third quarter. And the 2 free throws at the end by Kaya Shaw make it 41-40 as Monacan gets the ball to start the final quarter of regulation. Winston up top, right side, got it to Estes, back up top to Lee. Bounce past Hodges left side, trying to find Alexander. We're going to get a foul. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Alexander. And she has fouled out. Wow. Monacan fans not happy with that one. As we send a quick tweet out on Chesterfield Sports, officials come in and they want to have a discussion. All right, we're all set and ready. Discussion complete. Alexander's night is done. They already are missing Abby. It's going to have to rely on some serious youth inside, and Estes has to be careful with 4 fouls. 41-40, Skyhawks with the lead. Watkins. And we get a whistle and another foul on Monacan. This one on Winston. And that's her third. And Coach Larry Starr drops to his knees, trying to understand why. Team foul on Monacan, so we're going to 1-1 here. So James, who was fouled away from the ball, will go to the line, try to get her first points tonight. First shot is up and back iron, no. Rebound in for Watkins, and she'll put it in for 2. Jaden Watkins makes it 43-40. Biggest Bird lead tonight is 3. Ball gets bounced off of Hodges' foot. Watkins has it left side, and she'll get fouled. And that's now 4 on Winston. And the youth and inexperience of Monacan is really beginning to show. They're not holding it together. And the Skyhawk run continues as Watkins goes to the line. It's a 1-1. The last one. 9 team fouls. First shot good. 44-40. LC Bird. Watkins spins the ball. Couple of dribbles. Looks. Fires. Scores off the back iron. 45-40. Skyhawks by 5. Chiefs in disarray. 7:10 left in regulation. Clayton, top of the circle, looking for help. Ball stolen by Coleman. Gets it to Watkins. 2-on-1 if they want it. Watkins in the lane. Up, no. Got her own rebound. Well, then Estes steals it from her on her knees. A double team. Estes will help out. And we're going to get a timeout called by Coach Starr. 5:40. Monacan will have the ball, but they're down by 5 with 6:53 to go in regulation. Biggest lead tonight here for LC Bird. And 6:53 still to play here on the Game of the Week. Skyhawks with the lead, 45-40. Fans behind us not very happy with the you're never happy with the officiating when you're trailing. You're never happy with it when your team is not winning. 8 team fouls on the Skyhawks, 9 on the Chiefs. So the next Monacan foul means the double bonus. More to give in the bonus before they go double bonus. And Asia Alexander has already fouled out tonight. Estes has 4. Winston has 4 for Monacan. Henderson has 4. Kiel Shaw has 4. And Mya Coleman playing with 3 for LC Bird. Out of the timeout, Monacan ball. Hodges across the timeline. Watkins will pick her up. She'll drive. Finger roll good. Jordan with the left hand, 45-42. Open Gaskins, jumper long, a rebound Estes. Lindsay coming down court, down the lane, puts it up and good. Her first two of the second half. It's back to a 1-point game. Gaskins gets it to Watkins. She'll reset at 6:17 in regulation. Henderson prepared to check back into the next dead ball. Watkins stops, comes back out. 6:05 to go in regulation. Watkins gets the ball now to Coleman. She'll drive down the lane, put it up high off the glass for two. 47-44, Bird by three. Into the corner, Winston with it inside. Pass tipped by James, saved by Estes, out of bounds to Monacan. Bird is doing a tremendous job inside, denying the inbounds passes, trying to get them inside, and Winston is just having a very frustrating night. Anybody on the inside. 5:40 to go. Wilson drives right side, comes back out, picks up the dribble, needs help. Hodges is there, top of the key, 5:30 left. Inside, Estes, stolen by Coleman. Mya just stuffs the ball, grabs it, goes down, and she'll get knocked out of bounds. All ball, last touched by Monacan. 3-point lead with the ball, Bird, 5:25 to go. Henderson back in, works it up top, Coleman with it. Gets it to Jaden Watkins, and she'll reset. They're tied at 64. Texas VCU with 1:15 to go. Here, Coleman in the lane, puts it up and in. It gets the kind roll off the left side. 5 minutes left. LC Bird 49, Monacan 44. Wilson, bounce pass to Estes, gets it back to Wilson. Nation drives right side. She'll get teamed in the corner. Estes will get it. Shot, foul. And Juanita James will pick up her third. And Lindsay Estes will go to the free throw line. Down to 4:47 remaining. It will be a it should be a two-shot foul. She was in the act of shooting. The left-hander puts it up, no. And she'll get one more. Next, the 9 team fouls on both, so we're in the double bonus the rest of the way. 4:47 left in regulation. Monacan down 5, one shot coming for the lefty, Lindsay Estes, who tonight has 9.7 in the first half. Thomas Dale has just defeated Prince George tonight in girls basketball action, 53-43 your final score. And Petersburg and Matoaka going to the fourth in a 1-point game. Petersburg up 1, 54-53. We're having a referee discussion here between the two free throws, and I honestly, fans don't know why. The discussion as we go just past 9 o'clock on this Tuesday night. Rob Witham along with you, live on the RVA Sports Network. 5th season premiere of our game of the week. Has led throughout until the end of the third quarter when 2 free throws gave LC Bird the lead, and they've had it ever since. It was 41-40 to start the quarter. Now it's 49-44. Skyhawks by 5. Estes going to have a second free throw at some point. 4:47 left in regulation. Chiefs down 5, trying to cut it to 4. Okay, now that we finally got that settled, one shot coming for Estes. Up, good. 10 points now tonight for Lindsay. It's 49-45. Chiefs down 4. Watkins with the basketball, left side. Up top to Coleman. Mya looking to drive. Does. Puts it up short. Got her own rebound. Up, no. A second rebound. Up, good. No answer for Mya Coleman. It's 51-45 Skyhawks, 4:20 to go. Hodges to Nation Wilson left side, looking for somebody. Nothing there. Watkins almost steals it. Another almost steal. Hodges now can drive. Kick it out to Clayton. Sidney in the lane. Shot blocked. James with it. Down court to Watkins. Watkins will smartly bring it back out. 4 minutes left. LC Bird 51. Monacan 45 on the game of the week. Picks up the dribble up top to Coleman. Lee, who has been completely shut down offensively second half, working defensively. Watkins will go in. Shot good, but a foul. Not a foul, not a charge. It's a travel. They call a travel. They say Watkins took an extra step. Another official coming in saying foul. We're going to have a foul called instead, not a travel. It's going to be called on Jordan Hodges. That's her first. And for a early December game, we have a March intensity atmosphere here tonight in Chester. Timeout on the floor. Whew. We'll take one too, fans. Just a quick 30-second timeout. Bird with the lead to the line. 3:42 to go next on the RVA Sports Network.
Sheehy Ford of Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1 just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Wood & West Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call them today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey Wood & West.
And we've also had a reversal of a call. The other side of it, we'll talk about it in a moment. Watkins at the line. Free throw is good. Shot. And they called the foul before the travel. They're saying continuation, and the basket is good. We'll get a 1-and-1 coming as Watkins now fouls reaching in, and Hodges will head to the line. 3 fouls on Watkins, and we're in the double bonus. My head just a little bit, fans. First shot, Hodges, is good as it rolls off the front of the rim. If she was called for traveling, then it was overturned to a foul. Would not then the continuation not count if she traveled? But she's given the basket. Second shot, good. We got an official listening tonight. Be sure to tweet us up and help us understand. 54-47 after the 2 Hodges free throws. 3:25 to go. Watkins working it. They're going to have to start double teaming and trapping here. Watkins to James and back out to Jaden. Nursing the 7-point lead, 3:15 to go. Gets it to Coleman up top. It's keep away time for LC Bird. 3:05 to go. Pass to James. Estes got to be careful with 4 fouls. And Coach Waller calls a timeout. Monacan comes up with some nice defense, and they're going to call a full timeout. Finals now just coming in from 2 different locations. Mills Godwin defeats Lee Davis in boys basketball action tonight, 54-50. And Glen Allen has just defeated Douglas Freeman, 49-48, the final, thanks to our Cameron Taylor and our Michael Pappas. RVA Sports Network reporters live tonight in Henrico and Mechanicsville, respectively, this evening. And down at the Siegel Center, 18 seconds left. have the basketball out of the timeout with a 2-point lead at 69-67. Here, Monacan once led 11. They're down 7. 54-47. Due to injury, no Asia Alexander. She fouled out early fourth quarter. 7-point game. The Skyhawks trying to run clock. 3 minutes left, 54-47. A bad pass inside, but they get it to Coleman. She's able to survive it. They get it across the timeline. Watkins trying to help her out. She'll get double teamed and fouled. That's on Shanice Lewis. It'll be her second. And now you really do have to put the Skyhawks on the line, try to extend the game and dare them to make the free throws. Wow, they're calling that foul on Estes. Fans, I got to tell you, it looked like it was Lewis reaching in. They've put it on Lindsay Estes, and she's now fouled out with 10 points. Watkins' first free throw attempt is good. So Estes now gone. Alexander gone. Then inside. Second shot, no good. Short. Rebound to Lewis. Bad pass. Monacan can't save it. Out of bounds. Clayton wasn't ready for it. And the ball goes back over to LC Bird. In for Lewis. And Henderson will take it out in the front court on the side. Get it to Watkins. Back to Henderson, right side. 2:40 to go in regulation. Point lead. Watkins goes up, backs it out. Winston on her. Over to Coleman. Clayton on her. Clayton needs to try to get a 5-second call. She'll get around. Coleman will kick it out. James, she'll work in, kick it out to Henderson. 2:20 to go. Finally get it to Watkins. Right side. 2:15 and counting. Ball loose in the backcourt. Watkins picks it up. Briefly a 5-on-4. Watkins doesn't want to take advantage of it. They want the clock to run. So Coleman will get around her opponent and drive and kick it out. Back to Watkins, 1:55 to go. And finally a foul on Winston. Definitely not the player you wanted to foul out of the game. You want somebody else other than Winston to commit that foul. Man, oh man, oh man. Things have fallen apart for number one Monacan in the second half after dominating the first. 55-47. Timeout taken here. So Winston fouls out, joining Alexander and Estes on the bench. And they are up 55-47 with 1:56 left are the Skyhawks. Winner to 3-0, loser to 2-1. And you've got to go back a long time for the last time Monacan lost a regular season game. Final at the Siegel Center, Texas 71, VCU 67. A gallant effort down the stretch for Coach Mike Rhodes and his Rams. I know there are no moral victories, but they should take that one. VCU has a very bright future. And, of course, we're big fans of Coach Rhodes from back in his days at Randolph-Macon. He was the architect of the team that ended up in the 2010 Final Four in the first year under Nathan Davis, who's now at Bucknell. And Watkins missed her first free throw attempt. She'll get one more. We're in the double bonus the rest of the way. 55-47, 1:56 remaining. Second shot, Watkins. In and out, no. Rebound, Wilson. Quickly to Hodges. Monacan's got to hurry. 1:50 to go. Three-pointer, no good. Fight for the rebound. Jump ball, possession arrow, LC Bird.
Jump ball.
UVA has fallen tonight to West Virginia. Congratulations to the Mountaineers on that win. And Hopewell has just won in boys basketball action. 54-51 to go to 3-0 over Meadowbrook. Watkins will draw a foul on Lewis with 1:35 to go.
14 for Monacan, Shanice Lewis, her second foul.
That's her second. And Watkins back to the line. She's got 20 points tonight to lead LC Bird. She scored 4 of them in the second half at the line. Won't make that one. And the door is still ajar. But Monacan's got to find a way to score some points in a hurry. Second shot, good. Time running out, 1:30 to go. It's a 9-point game. Hodges gets it back. Floater in the lane short. Rebound. LC Bird. Battle for the ball underneath. Taken by Henderson. Skyhawks with it. 1:15 to go. Across the timeline. Hodges fouls with 1:12 to go. And 2 more shots coming. To the line. Shot coming. First one's good. Off the front iron and in. 57-47. Monacan was up 10 at the half. Bird is now up 10 with 1:12 remaining. Make it 11. Monacan's biggest lead was 11. It's now the Skyhawks' biggest lead. Hodges driving, puts it up. No good, but a foul and 2 shots coming. Fouls on Jaden Watkins. But they can't trade point for point now. Monacan cannot. 67 seconds are left, and they're down 11. Hodges' first shot is good. Ten points in the first half, 6 in the second, 16 tonight for Jordan Hodges. Make it 17. Second shot good. 58-49. Foul on Lewis in the backcourt. Watkins back to the line. 1:02 to go. And Watkins looks to continue to ice the game here at home. First shot good. 59-49. Second shot coming. It's up. And it's good. And the Skyhawks can fill it. 11-point lead, 1 minute to go. Hodges drives down the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Juanita James. Fowler. Cross court to James, and they'll foul her. Hodges with the foul. That's her third personal foul. And they finally get somebody other than Watkins on the line, and that's been the key part. Credit to Coach Waller and to Watkins for tremendous play, handling the basketball late and making them foul Jaden over and over again. First shot, James, too strong, no good. Second shot coming, and it is good. And James on the board for the first time tonight, 61-49. In the backcourt. No reason to foul in the backcourt if you're up 12, and that's 4 fouls on Coleman, and that stops the clock immediately. Back on the line. Let them inbound the ball. Let them take 8 seconds to get up there. There's only 47 left on the clock. Stay away. I know Coach Waller is going to tell her that. Line again. First shot up. Good. 61-50. Second shot, rims in and out, no good. Rebound, Coleman. Watkins across the timeline at 40 to go, and Lewis will come out and foul her. That's her fourth. Go back to the line. A tale of two halves of shooting for Coach Waller and the Skyhawks. Cold as ice in the first half. Came out on fire third quarter. Seized the lead on two free throws with no time remaining in the third. Here in the fourth with great ball control. And better free throw shooting. First shot good for Watkins. She had 10 in the first. She's got 26 tonight total. 27 tonight and 11 in free throws this half. 50. Into the corner. Lewis for three. It's good. 63-53, 25 to go. And they'll finally get a foul at 21.9, and if that's Lewis, she'll be done. Or who's the foul on? They say it is against Lewis, and that'll be it for her. 52. They say it was a two-pointer for Lewis, who fouls out now with two. And so Davis will come in for the final 21.9, but it will be a Skyhawk victory here tonight. The Chiefs will fall in the regular season for the first time in a very long time. And they'll be 2-1 as they get set to go to Midlothian Thursday night. First shot for Watkins is good. Bird will host number 10 James River here on Thursday night. Then they get Oscar Smith at Meadowbrook on Saturday night. Second shot coming, 64-52, 65-52. Watkins with 29 points. Lee drives up, no. Davis board, no. Clayton couldn't get it. Henderson falls to get it with 11.4 to go. And that'll be on Wilson. And at 11.4 to go, now it's just a formality of what the final score will be. And Jayla Henderson, this run. She had a quick basket, then she had back-to-back threes, and within the first 2 minutes of the third quarter, she had 8 points. And that's what ignited the comeback. First free throw, good. So it would kind of be appropriate if she has a chance to wrap this bad boy up. Shot, good. Final 10 seconds. Long three-pointer partially blocked. Picked up by Watkins. And the LC Bird Skyhawks will go to 3-0. Final score tonight on the Game of the Week. LC Bird 67 and Monacan 52. 3-0. Bird 2-1 for Monacan. Skyhawks to host James River Thursday night. The Chiefs to regroup and go to Midlothian. Also on Thursday night. Two halves here tonight, fans, on the Game of the Week. Dominated by Monacan. Dominated by LC Bird. And obviously we'll have a shakeup at the top of the next Top 10 Girls Basketball poll when it's released on Sunday, both on our Central Region Now podcast and sportsnetwork.com. Police Director David Bedwell, and for the whole staff here at LC Bird for making us feel welcome here on the season premiere of the Game of the Week here live on the RBA Sports Network. We'll be back with you in 2 weeks. Our next broadcast scheduled to be 2 weeks from tomorrow, December 20th. It'll be the Lady Cats Holiday Classic, third place in championship games, live from Caroline High School at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. Game of the Week broadcast schedule always on the right-hand side of RBA Sports Network.com. Tonight's game, an exclusive presentation of the RBA Sports Network, solely intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of tonight's game without the express written consent of HCS Media, LLC, is strictly prohibited. Rob Witham saying thanks for being with us. Your final score one more time. Number 4 LC Bird takes down number 1 Monacan, 67-52, and you heard it live and exclusively on the RBA Sports Network. Good night, everybody.